Colorado High School Activities Association Baseball is on 1010 KSIR and on the World Wide Web at KSIR.com from Sunset Baseball Field in Brush. It's the opening game of the 2016 season of Patriot League contest as the Brush Beat Diggers are entertaining the Estes Park Bobcats. Just had the first pitch of the game to Bert Crastille. A bunt attempt and a foul. The right-hander is Ryan Fergus for Brush, and the fastball is a strike on the outer half, belt high. No balls and 2 strikes. The Beat Diggers are the defending 3A runner-ups, but this is not a brand new roster, but a lot of players that didn't play a year ago. The pitch, swing and a miss, and a fastball down the middle. And on 3 pitches, the right-hander Fergus strikes out Crastille. There's one down. A heavy wind, as you can imagine. You don't have to imagine it, you can hear it. Here is Daniel Pierce hitting from the right side. The wind and pitch, swing and a miss, and a fastball well above the letters. It's 0-1. Yeah, hopefully this will settle down. We'll give you the starting lineup here momentarily for Estes Park. Jake Lauk, the first baseman, is batting third. The offering down the middle but low. Sam Swanlund, the second baseman, bats fourth. Tucker Johnson at third hits fifth. The DH is Fazil Badi. Tanner Stark, the right fielder, at seventh. Isaac Calden, the catcher, bats eighth. And Ubaldo Arribas bats ninth. Swing and a miss. He's the shortstop. Count is now sitting at 1 ball and 2 strikes to Daniel Pierce, the right-hander. Junior Fergus delivers, and that is low. Took something off it. 2-2. The Beat Diggers defensively have got Matt Coe behind the plate. Aaron Williams at first. B.J. Hirschfeld at second. 2-2 pitch. That is just outside with a fastball. Trent Mount is at third. Baby Matos Garcia in between him at short. It's Noah Reed in left. The center fielder's Justin Griffith. Jaron Peterson in right. And 3 balls and 2 strikes to Pierce. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He threw it right by him. Another heater. 2 up, 2 down on strikeouts from Ryan Fergus. That'll bring up the third place hitter, the right-handed hitting Jacob Lauk. Jake Lauk, the first baseman today. Here's the wind by Fergus. The pitch, that's right there for a strike. Down the middle, thigh high. It's 0-1. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, KSIR Sports. On Twitter, 1010 KSIR Sports Facebook page. The offering swung on and tapped foul down the first base side. And the count is at 0-2. Fergus last year had his best showing in the state tournament, striking out 3 of the best hitters in the Patriot League against the Valley Vikings in what amounted to a quarterfinal game. And the Beat Diggers won. Here's the wind and the 0-2. Swung on and tapped over the middle of the ground. Baby Matos Garcia charges. He gloves. He throws it a run, and that'll be in time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Fergus. And the Beat Diggers make quick work of the Estes Park Bobcats here at the top of the first inning. We head to the bottom of the first at Sunset Baseball Field on a windy Tuesday. Estes Park does not score. The Beat Diggers are coming to bat. It's a 1-minute break. 1 minute on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Estes Park did not score in the top of the first inning. Ryan Fergus retired the 3 Bobcats on 2 strikeouts and a ground ball. Beat Digger starting lineup brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. Equitable Savings and Loan. Batting first for the Beat Diggers is the catcher Matt Coe. Jaron Peterson, the right fielder, hits second. Baby Matos Garcia, the shortstop, hits third. The cleanup hitters, the second baseman B.J. Hirschfeld. Aaron Williams at first hits fifth. The pitcher Ryan Fergus bats sixth. Third baseman Trent Mount hits seventh. The left fielder and the senior Noah Reed hits eighth. And Justin Griffith, the center fielder, hits ninth. Defensively, at first base is Jake Lauk for Estes Park. Sam Swanland at second. Tucker Johnson's at third. In between him and short is Ubaldo Arribas. Left fielders Daniel Pierce, Bert Crastil in center.
Number 3.
Tanner Stark is in right.
Oh.
Catcher is Isaac Calden. And the pitcher, the left-hander, is Evan Ginter. And Matt Coe steps in from the left side. Lefty against lefty here in the bottom of the first inning. The pitch and the changeup bounces in. 1 ball and no strikes to Coe. Diggers have those maroon uniforms. Swung on and popped foul, and the changeup behind the screen. I don't know if I have a short memory. Those look like no uniforms. With the maroon jerseys, Estes Park in their grays with the purple lettering. 1 ball and 1 strike to the sophomore, the pitch. And that one hit him on the right shoulder on a changeup coming inside. And Coe has got tremendous speed out there. The Bay Diggers have their leadoff man on to begin the 2016 season. And there's Jaron Peterson, who had quite a few innings on the mound last year, was not in the starting lineup, but he will be throughout the course of the year. Coe's got to watch out with the left-hander Ginter. The stretch and the pitch, the runner goes, and that changeup is outside. The throw to second on a hop, and he slides in, he's in there. Matt Coe with a stolen base. Strong throw by Calden, even off the hop. One ball and no strikes. Already a runner in scoring position for Brush. The Bobcats of Estes Park did not score in the top half. The offering. And the changeup is upstairs. We're going to see lots of changeups here from the left-hander Evan Ginter. 2 balls and no strikes. Yeah, no matter how much you have this mic covered up, the wind is going to come through. There's no question about it. 2-0 to Jaron Peterson. And the offering. That's high. He's thrown just 1 strike so far amongst his 5 pitches. Actually 2-1. He must have thrown that first one off the stolen base for a strike that I counted as a ball, but officially it's 2-1. 2-1 here to Peterson. Ginter looks back, and the lefty delivers. Swung on and fouled off to the right. Now the count is level at 2 balls and 2 strikes. When you have somewhat of an inexperienced Brush lineup, got to make sure you stay back. 2-2 here to Peterson. Pitch is swung on and driven down the line and right. If it stays fair, it's trouble, and it is foul. Hit it a long way, but the wind took it foul. And it remains at 2-2. Matt Coe was hit by a pitch on the 3rd pitch here at the bottom of the 1st inning. Beat Diggers are looking to break out on top after the Bobcats were held scoreless. After today, the Beat Diggers don't play for a week. They'll be at Valley next Tuesday, then a week from Thursday at home against Valley. Swung on and grounded weakly up the middle, headed for center field. Off the second baseman's glove. That'll be an infield hit. That ball might have even trickled over the bag as Sam Swanland went for the ball, but they were not going to throw him out.
Beat Diggers number 12, Arnaldo Maltos Garcia.
And here is Baby Garcia. Baby Maltos Garcia with a huge year as a junior. The stretch, and the runner goes, and that is taken for a strike, no throw. Must be a stolen base. Stolen base by Peterson. No balls, 1 strike, 2 in scoring position. And Baby's good at hitting these off-speed pitches. And the offering. Very high, the changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, these 2 hitters, Maltos Garcia and Hirschfeld, lots of experience from a year ago. 1 ball, 1 strike. Off of third is Coe. Peterson at second. Swung on and driven deep into right center field. That ball is way back there towards the track, and it's going to land and take one hop. Matos Garcia can only stay on first base because the ball died out there. Second runner to the plate. Peterson is in. Matos Garcia takes off with a throw home, and it's a 2-run single by baby Matos Garcia, and the Beat Diggers have a 2-0 lead. But it's amazing. That ball was hit deep, and it just died out there. Well short of the warning track.
B.J. Hirschfeld.
Nonetheless, it was good for a 2-run single. B.J. Hirschfeld steps in for Brush. Stretch and pitch. And that changeup is in there for a strike. Belt high. Count is sitting at 0-1, down and away. One ball, 1 strike. And the offering. And that hangs upstairs. Two and 1 to Hirschfeld. Beat Diggers looking for more. And the offering. Swing and a miss, and a ball diving down in the zone. BJ tried to lift that one down the left field line. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beat Diggers up 2-0. The pitch upstairs, another changeup. 3-2, 17 pitches already. Keep in mind that for the first time this year, there is a pitch limit. You cannot throw more than 110 pitches in a game. If you go past 35, then you need a minimum of 1 day's rest of the offering. And that is just outside of the changeup, barely missed the corner. Hirschfeld walks on 6 pitches. And here is Aaron Williams.
Beat Diggers, number 4, Aaron Williams.
If you throw 36 to 60 pitches, it's a minimum of 1 day rest. 61 to 85, 2 days rest. 86 to 110, 3 days. Changeup is upstairs. So you really have to be deep with the pitching. 1 ball and no strikes. And everybody wants this to be a quick game considering the conditions. The offering. Low. It is 2-0 to Aaron Williams. Matko is hit by a pitch. Jaron Peterson with an infield single, a 2-run single by Baby, and then a walk to B.J. Hirschfeld, 2-0. And that one bounces away to the screen. Calden gives chase, but the wild pitch advances the runners. To third is Matos Garcia. And to second is Hirschfeld. And if Ginter continues like this, he won't get out of the first inning. Keep in mind, in high school baseball, there's a 10-run rule. After 4.5 innings, if you're the home team, 5 if you're the visiting team. And the Beat Diggers could be well on their way here. With a 2-0 lead on a very, very windy. Temperature's actually not that bad, but man, you combined 45-degree temperatures and wind. The wind chill kicks it up, or brings it down, I should say. 3-0 to Williams. The pitch, swinging a foul to the screen. He went after that hanging changeup, and it's 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike to the senior Williams. Ginter, the left-hander, looks in. And the pitch. And that is upstairs, and the bases are loaded off the walk. And now Ryan Fergus will hit. It'll be a visit to the mound. The 2-run single by Baby Matos Garcia, brought to you by MMI International. And buying a mixer or feeder truck, compare the MMI design, craftsmanship, and service. They outperform their competitors, hands down. MMI International, 842-5161. And now Fergus can break the game open for Brush. Again, saw a lot of mound time a year ago, but not a lot at the plate. Here's a shot. The Beat Diggers already up 2-0.
Wait for the Beat Diggers. Number 3, Ryan Ferguson.
At third is Baby. Hirschfeld at second. Williams at first. Been a major struggle here for Evan Ginter, the left-hander. He's walked a couple and hit a batter. Stretch and offering. Swing and foul tip to the plate out in front of the changeup. It's 0-1. And Ginter's operating out of the stretch. The infield is playing back. They will concede the run. And the offering upstairs. And the count is at 1-1. AC Ice, that is, proudly supports local high school sports throughout Northeast Colorado. AC Ice, you can find it at any local grocery or convenience store near you. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 in, 3 on. Nobody out. And the pitch. And that lofts in extremely high. Get nothing but these change-ups. 2 balls and 1 strike, 15 balls, 11 strikes so far for the left-hander Evan Ginter. Hitting with an open stance from the right side. Fergus awaits the pitch, and that bounces in, blocked by Calden. And it's 3-1, and Estes Park really has never had a strong baseball program. They're at a disadvantage. They don't have the weather. Generally much colder, but they do field a baseball team. Swung on, grounded weakly to short. Going to be a tough play, and right underneath the glove of the shortstop, a runner is going to score. Here comes the second one in Hirschfeld, and the runner to third is going to be Aaron Williams. That'll be an error on Arribas. An RBI, though, 1 RBI. And the Beat Diggers now lead 4-0.
Stepping to the plate for the Beat Diggers, number 7, Trent.
Yeah, there was a play to be made, even though he was charging. Here is Trent Mount. Right-handed hitting third baseman for Brush. Let's see if the runner from first takes off. The stretch and the pitch. Change-up is a little bit high. Yeah, that I believe that's a courtesy runner over there. That might be Garcilaso or Holguin. And the 1-0, and that is low. 2 balls and no strikes. That pitch is away as well, 3-0. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to get out of the inning. Ginter looks at 3 balls and no strikes to Mount. The pitch extremely high. And another walk. And let's see if that's going to merit a pitching change. That might get a pitching change here because we're going
to the bat, number 21. Noah Reed.
Oh, Reed will step in. And let's see if that's indeed going to be the case. Yeah, I think we're going to have a second visit to the hill. That would be an automatic pitching change. So let's take it with them. How about a 2-minute break? Brush 4, Estes Park nothing. The bases remain loaded with nobody out at the bottom of the first inning. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Right-hander Tanner Stark is the new pitcher, and he throws a fastball. It's swung on and missed, and a breaking ball. That's high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Noah Reed. 4-0 Brush, bottom of the first inning. A mess for Evan Ginter, the starting pitcher. Swung on, line down the left field line. That's just foul. Got out in front of that fastball. Count is at 1-2. The Beat Diggers have the bases loaded. Looks like Guerrero Holguin is at second, running for the pitcher, Fergus. Aaron Williams at third, and Trent Mount at first. 1-2, swung on and lifted foul, out of play off the right side. Count remains at 1-2 to the senior Noah Reed. 3 walks, Check it. 4 walks, a hit batsman, an infield hit, a 2-run single by Baby, and an error. The pitch way outside of the screen, and here comes Williams to the plate off the ricochet. He's in there. The wild pitch gives the Beat Diggers a 5-0 lead. The other runners advance into scoring position. And this was anticipated to be this type of game, considering the history of the series. But the Beat Diggers have brought it to this Estes Park team very early today. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now there's a discussion between the home plate and the field umpire. Not sure what about. Home plate umpire is Cody Roth. There we go. That conversation is broken up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And out of the stretch here is Tanner Stark. The pitch swung on and driven in the air to center field. Castillo comes in, makes the catch. Runner tags from third, and scoring is Holguin. Throw back to second. And on the sac fly by Noah Reed, the Beat Diggers are in the lead 6-0.
Return to plate, number 2, Justin Griffith.
So he certainly did his job there. And here's Justin Griffith. The pitch. That's a strike to the 9th place hitter in this lineup. Swung on. That's grounded up the middle, headed for center field. And that's off the glove of the second baseman. Infield single for Griffith on a diving attempt. And runners are now at the corners. Sam Swanlund gave it a dive, but no way he was going to be able to field that and then throw him out. Back to the top of the order. Matt Coe scored. He was hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance. Still no official at bat. Runner goes. Swung on and driven in the air into right field. Ginter is going to come in. He'll make the catch. The runner will tag from third. Throw back to first is going on the play. Was the man at first for Brush, but he's back there. And that would have been Griffith. Mount scores in the sac fly by Coe. And the Beat Diggers now lead 7-0. And we're still in the first inning.
Beat Diggers, number 10, Aaron Peterson.
Here is Peterson, who had an infield single earlier this inning. And the pitch. And the fastball's down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, this could be a very abbreviated game the way the Beat Diggers are going so far. Been a long rest in that dugout for the pitcher. Swung on, grounded to the third baseman, off his glove, and it ricochets towards the shortstop. And an error there on Tucker Johnson. The second error of the inning by Estes Park. The first one was on the shortstop, Ubaldo Arribas. That'll bring up Baby, who had a 2-run single
Arnaldo Valtos Garcia
earlier in this frame. Let's see if Baby can make it 2 for 2. The pitch is up and away with a fastball by the right-hander Stark. 1 ball, no strikes. The stretch and the offering. Swung on and grounded on a high hop foul down the third base side. And the count levels at 1-1. Matos Garcia is the 12th hitter in the inning for Brush. Runner goes to third. Swung on and fouled. That'll play it off to the right. Giving chase over there, the first baseman, Lauk, but he's running out of room by a long shot there. 1-2. Brush already with a 7 spot on the board. The stretch. Looking back at second, a step off. Nothing doing. Again, we'll do the 1-2 pitch. Here it is, runners go. Swung on and fouled. Strong swing by Baby. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. And lots of speed out there for Brush with Griffith at second and Jared Peterson at first, and he hit in the gap. Well, would score at least 1. On a day like today, you got to play in. That ball's not carrying at all. Baby smoked one earlier this inning, and it just died out there, and he could only get the first. Runners go outside, and the throw to third is going to be on a couple of hops. Double stolen base. Bee Diggers have run effectively in this inning. Griffith to third, and to second is Peterson. And it is 2-2, way outside again. 3-2 with Hirschfeld on deck. Now the sun is about to disappear. It just makes it that much colder. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The stretch by the right-hander. The pitch upstairs with a fastball. And that's the 4th walk of the inning to go along with a hit by pitch issued by 2 Estes Park right-handers, or 1 was a left-hander. In the starter, Evan Ginter. Hirschfeld also walked. The pitch, fastball inside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to BJ. The pitch upstairs with a heater. The count is level at 1-1. Hirschfeld was one of 2 starters from last year's state runner-up team that's on this team, obviously. Swung on, grounded foul down the third base side. And it seems that pitching is a strength of this team. They've got some solid pitching, even with the graduation of Rosenbrock and Guzman. 1-2. And that breaking ball went behind the right-handed hitter. Didn't break at all. But that's what he intended to throw. It's 2-2. It's been a long bottom of the first inning. This is the 13th hitter for Brush. The pitch inside with a fastball. And now the runners will be going on a 3-ball, 2-strike pitch. And there's speed everywhere. And the payoff pitch, that is just a little bit low. Hirschfeld, for the 2nd straight plate appearance, took a pitch that was just off the plate. It's a bases-loaded walk. And the Bee Diggers lead 8-0 as Coe crosses home plate. Or check that was Griffith. Here's Aaron Williams, the pitch, and that's over but low. No strikes. I tell you, with this win, I'm crying already. I cannot control the tears. The pitch nearly hit him. 2-0. Man, are we sure we're going to get 5 innings in the way this is going? And that is down and away. 3 balls and no strikes to Williams. I don't know if he'll be swinging here. He's just waiting. On the 3-0, and that's down and away with a fastball. And this has got to be frustrating. Let's see if there'll be another pitching change. 9-0 on the bases loaded walk. And Ryan Fergus, who had an RBI on a ball that was misplayed at short by Adibas, will step in. And you got to wonder now what's going to happen. Because with this pitch count rule, I think we're going to have another change. As this wind just gets worse. 9-0 Brush. the new pitcher is. Let's see who steps in here. This will be the third pitcher of the inning. It'll be Jake Lauk coming over from first base. Now let's see who plays first. Yeah, I mean, you just can't pitch against that. 6 walks in the inning. And the sun has reemerged. That's a good sign. And you don't get any better off a game like this, where the opposing pitchers cannot throw strikes. So we'll just keep it right here until the next hitter, Fergus, steps inside the batter's box. Well, that's why I've said it many times, nothing better than good baseball, nothing worse than bad. And right now it's just bad baseball. But the Bean Diggers aren't certainly part of that equation. They're just standing, and they're not going to swing at bad pitches and develop poor habits. And again, if this keeps up, this will be a 4.5 inning game instead of going 7 or 6.5. But you certainly don't want too many long innings like this if you're Estes Park. You want to shorten the game as much as possible. So 2 runs have scored on bases loaded walks, 2-run single by Baby, and RBI grounder on an error by Ryan Fergus. Another run scored on an error, and Aaron Williams scored on a wild pitch. Couple of sacked flies as well. And Jake Lauk about finished with his warm-up pitches. And then that's Tanner Stark, who's now at first base. So let's see if we can end this thing anytime soon. Matos Garcia's at third, Hirschfeld at second, Williams at first. And the pitch, swinging a foul, the breaking ball to the screen. And it's 0-1. To Ryan Fergus. This game was supposed to be played in Estes Park, but they anticipated poor weather. Not much better here, though, but definitely warmer than Estes. You'd think swing and a mess of a fastball. And it's 0-2. So Fergus is behind against Jake Lauk. Looking good so far, these first 2 pitches. And the offering. Swung on and grounded weakly on the left side to the shortstop, Johnson. Long throw to first and a hop that's going to be late. It's an infield single. Baby scores as Ryan Fergus beats it out. And the Bean Diggers now lead 10-0. That was hitting the perfect spot. And here is Trent Mount, who walked in his first plate appearance. And the pitch. Swung on and lined down the right field line. That's going to be trouble. That's going to be a base hit. Hirschfeld scores. Williams around third. He's going to score. Into third as the pinch runner, Guerrero's Holguin. A 2-run single for Trent Mount. Rush 12. Estes Park nothing. Still in the bottom of the first inning. Holy mahungus.
Now batting number 21, Noah Reed.
Can we play... Can we play perhaps less than 4.5? Here's Noah Reed. He had a sacrifice fly that pitches away. 1 ball, no strikes. To Reed. So he does not have an official at bat because of the sac fly, and the breaking ball went behind him. 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Yeah, I don't know if Bean Diggers will be running anymore. The pitch swung on and popped up. Let's see if this ends the inning. That wind is swirling, and the ball is going to be caught there at first base by Stark. And that finally does end the inning. On a 2-0 pitch popped up to first by Noah Reed. However, the Bean Diggers scored 12 runs in the inning. And they do it on just 3 base hits. Let's go to the top of the second inning. And the scores: Brush 12, Estes Park nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.
Stepping to the plate for Estes Park.
All right, well, the Bean Diggers now got a humongous lead, 12-0. As we head to the top of the second inning, second baseman hitting from the right side, Sam Swanlund steps in against Fergus. And the fastball's a strike at the knees. No balls and 1 strike. Wind and pitch. Fastball. A little bit off the plate. Count levels at 1-1. One thing about Fergie, he's a quick worker. The offering, way outside. 2-1, and I erred there at the end of the inning. The Bean Diggers actually had 5 hits, not 3. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 strikeouts in the opening frame for Fergus. The pitch, over but low. 3-1. Fergus is yet to work out of the stretch after a 1-2-3 first. Of course, he had a lot of rest, which I'm sure he liked and didn't like at the same time. 3-1 pitch. Fastball nearly hit him. Swanlund walks. That'll bring up Tucker Johnson. Johnson, the third baseman, batting from the right side. Stretched by Fergus. And the pitch, swag, and I'm missing a fastball just above belt level. It's 0-1.
Number 11.
Yeah, he's got a very unusual way holding the bat. And the pitch, over but low. He doesn't hold it back at all. Just holds the bat right out in front of him. Very unconventional. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's got to crank quickly. 12-0 Bean Diggers. The stretch by Fergus and a pitch. Swung on and tapped foul up the third base side. Count is at 1-2. Yeah, the Bean Diggers at this pace are just 12 outs away from winning. They don't have to go the whole 7. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sam Swanlund. Or check that to Tucker Johnson. Fergus delivers. Swing and a miss and a fastball in the inside corner. Strikeout number 3 and out number 1 in the top of the second inning for the 6th place hitter, Fazil Bhatti. He's the DH today. Another right-handed hitter. Throw to first and picked off over there, Swanlund. He was caught napping, and what a move there by Fergus. And he is picked off, and there's 2 down. Just like that, they go from 12 outs to 10 outs away. Wind and pitch. Breaking balls up and away, and that's actually, let's see. I'm going to say that's Tanner Stark at the plate. Let me look at my lineup. Yeah, that's what I'm. Yep, Stark stepping in. Fastball, a little bit up and in. 2-0. Yeah, I guess they switched that a bit. 2-0. And the offering. Swag and a miss and a fastball above belt level. It's 2-1. Fergus threw it right by him as the junior just reared back. Pretty decent crowd settling in on a cold Tuesday. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That was down and in, and Ryan had his 8th fastball there. It's 2-2. Here's the wind and the offering. Bounced it in. Well, He overthrew that one after throwing one of his better fastballs on pitch number 4 to the batter. Three balls and 2 strikes. Winding the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he threw it right by him. And it amounts to a 1-2-3 inning. Well, let's head to the bottom of the second, and the Beat Diggers are in control. They lead Estes Park 12-0 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Brush 12, Estes Park nothing here at the bottom of the second inning. The wind has died down from Sunset Baseball Field. Now Brush can just get out of here as quickly as possible. They generated just 5 hits, but didn't need many hits in that first inning because of the number of walks. 6 walks and a hit batsman. 2 errors were committed by the Bobcats as well. Beat Diggers sent a ton to the plate in that 12-run frame. So here we go to begin the second with Justin Griffith. 9-1-2. Wind and pitch, and that curveball's in there for a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. 17 batters to the plate for Brush. And the opening frame, Griffith got a base hit. The offering down and in with a breaking ball. Lauk looks pretty good here. They could have started him. This game might be a lot more competitive, or just competitive, period. 1-1. Wine and offering. Swung on, grounded right side. Should be a routine play. Fielding throwing to first is Swanland, and he threw it wide of the bag. And Griffith beats it out. Third error of the game by the Bobcats in a routine play. Very routine grounder, but just sloppy there by Swanland with a throw that he couldn't make accurately. Here's Matt Coe, hit by a pitch and a sac fly. The offering up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. So Coe officially is 0-for-0. Live in your world and learn in ours at Northeastern. NJC.edu for classes available to you way outside. 2 balls and no strikes. I think there was one game that I covered. The Beat Diggers scored, about 26 runs against Estes Park? It was in the 20s. That would have been in Estes. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on the ball in the dirt, and it skips into the catcher. On the wild pitch, taking off the second is Griffith. It's 2-1. Yeah, Coe definitely swung at ball 3. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the offering. Way outside again. 3-1. Beat Diggers will play once again coming up a week from today on the road against the Valley Vikings, 4 o'clock on 1010 and KSIR.com. Up and away with a changeup, and that's 3 plate appearances with no official at bat by Coe as he walks.
Stepping to the plate for the Beat Diggers, number 10.
And here is Jaron Peterson. A single and an error. He's 1 for 2 for the junior. Got that open stance exactly like his brother Alec, who graduated last year. The fastball's upstairs. I mean, the same open stance. At times almost mirror images, even though body's a little bit different. But yeah, it's the same exact stance. 1-0 pitch. Oh, should be a balk. Stopped in the middle of his delivery to the plate. So now both runners advance. And now Peterson has a chance to drive in some runs here. One ball and no strikes. And the pitch. Swung on and grounded to short. Adivas backs up. Fields long throw to first is going to be late. Peterson beats it out. Holding up at second was the Matt Coe. That is, Griffith scores. The Beat Diggers lead 13-0.
12. Maltos Garcia.
And Baby, who had a 2-run single in the opening frame, will step in. I never root for the other team to get outs, but you don't want this to get out of hand, make it a 25-0 game or something crazy like that. Then it's not even baseball at that point. A pitch outside. And Ademus made the right play, just the ball was deep in the hole. 1 ball and no strikes to Maltos Garcia. Arnoldo awaits. Swing and a miss. He tried to hit that one to another country. I don't think he ever saw that pitch. I mean, he swung so hard. Count is at 1-1. And the offering swung on and driven in the air to deep left field. Should be a play, though, as the wind is tailing in and the ball is caught. Runner tagging up from second to third is Coe. He's in there. And now the ball gets away, and Coe's going to round third, and he's going to score. And into second is Peterson. The Beat Diggers now lead 14-0. That'll be an error, the fourth of the game for Estes Park. No RBI. And that, unfortunately, has been the story here for the Bobcats. Just mistake after mistake.
Beat Diggers number 11, B.J. Hirschfeld.
As Daniel Pierce made the initial play out there. Air will go on the third baseman, Johnson. Here's B.J. Hirschfeld, the pitch. Outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Hirschfeld walked his first plate appearance. Runner goes to third. The ball hit him. Going back to second will be Peterson. The ball hit him on the backside. And I'm not sure why Peterson was running anyway. And quite frankly, no need to run in a 14-0 game. Although he had a great jump, there's no question about it.
Now batting for the Beat Diggers number 4, Aaron Williams.
And still only 1 out. And here's Aaron Williams. The pitch swung on, grounded, foul down the third base side. 1 ball and no strikes. Williams has walked twice, including a bases loaded walk. Looking back, loud. Both runners go. Swung on and grounded over the mound. The second baseman, Swanland, has got it. He'll throw to first. Runner around third. Peterson will score. No RBI. And it's 15-0 since Peterson was going from second to third and he went to the plate. He scored him basically the throw to first, not off the ground ball.
Number 13, Ryan Fergus.
He just had all that momentum. And here's Ryan Fergus, so the Beat Diggers pulled off a double one there. Ryan Fergus swings and misses. Reached on an air and also a single for Fergus. Brush up 15-0. They've tallied 3 runs in this inning. And the pitch. Fastball is high. 1 ball and no strikes. This will be a 4.5 inning game. I just can't see it going any other way. 1-1. Down and in. 2 balls and a strike. I tell you, hopefully this is the most lopsided game of the year. This would be tough to do baseball like this all season. But Estes Park is normally at the bottom of the Patriot League, and that fastball's a strike on the inside corner. 2-2 to Fergie. At second is Hirschfeld. The Beat Diggers have 3 runs across on just 1 hit in this inning. And the pitch. Breaking ball is upstairs. And it is 3-2. Looking in for the sign. And the offering. Swing and a miss. Fergus strikes out on a pitch up and away. And the inning is over. The Bean Diggers they'll pick up 3 runs. Estes Park doesn't even know that there's 3 outs. I've got 3 outs here. And now they're finally figuring it out. The Bean Diggers strand 1. Let's head to the 3rd. The Bean Diggers 15, the Bobcats nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Baby Maltos Garcia is the new pitcher for Brush. I assume that's Fergus at short. Yeah, Ryan Fergus now at short. Good move by head coach Kevin Fergus. I mean, this game is essentially over. Got just 9 outs to get with a 15-0 lead. Fergus is still going to be the pitcher of record. 2 innings, no hits, 4 strikeouts. Did walk a batter, but then picked him off. And Baby continues his warm-ups. Now there's apparently an issue with Baby on the rubber. Gotta make sure that he's towing the actual rubber, not slipping off it. Some pitchers try to, I don't want to say cheat their way, but maneuver their way around the hill by getting an extra half inch towards the batter. I'm not sure that's the way he was warming up. Rush scored 12 runs in the opening frame and 3 more in the second. Follow us pitch by pitch. We have that link up on our Twitter handle at KSIR Sports from earlier today and on our 1010 KSIR Sports Facebook page. Had this game been played, on Saturday, we would have had 70-degree temperatures. Would have been perfect. And like Fergus, Baby throws hard, and even harder. If he can keep it in the strike zone, then that's one of the keys. Sometimes he tends to short arm that pitch. Cannot short arm it. As he continues his warm-up, I'm not sure why it's such an extended top of the 3rd inning, but obviously there's an issue as both umpires convened and had the issue there with Baby warming up. Not sure exactly what it was. We'll find out after the game, hopefully.
New pitcher for the Bean.
Isaac Calden.
12, Arnaldo Martos Garcia.
Well, now bad for Estes Park. The Bobcats are looking for their first hit and their second base runner. Moving to the top of the 3rd, we played nearly an hour. Jeez. Man, I could have taken a 3-minute break here. All right, so here we go with Calden, the right-handed hitter. Estes Park with an all right-handed hitting lineup, at least so far. I haven't seen anybody
now batting number 20.
Even practice swing from the left side. Laying down the sign is Matt Coe. Wide and pitch. Fastball is up and in. That's Baby's bugaboo. If you can control the fastball, then you're golden. But control has been an issue in the past. Fastball is outside. It's 2-0. It's got very good mechanics, but none of that matters if you can't throw it over the plate. Baby looking in. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and grounded right side. Second baseman Hirschfeld has got it. Flips the first, 1 down. Nice job there by Baby attacking the hitter even though he was down in the count. And out number 1 here in the top of the 3rd inning. That'll bring up the 8th place hitter, Ubaldo Arribas. Fastball for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. Swag and a miss. Baby threw it right by him. Down as at 0-2. Let's see if he just blows him away here. Swung on and grounded weakly left side. Baby backhands, sets up, throws to first. Perfect. 2 down. As Arnoldo Matos Garcia retires the hitter. Ubaldo Arribas.
To the plate number 4, Evan Ginter.
Evan Ginter will now bat. He was originally going to be hit for, as he swings and fouls it off the end of the bat. And once that was not the case, after he was removed from the mound in the first inning, then he got inserted into the lineup because he went to right field. No balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Brush 15, Estes Park nothing in the top of the 3rd inning. Matko lays down the sign. Baby gets it. Let's see if he goes pure fastball once again. The pitch up and in. Oh, that was a scary fastball there. Ginter with the unusual combination of throwing left and batting right. The offering up and in again. Baby almost looked like he wanted a new ball. 2-1. Or he was motioning towards Ginter. That is certainly not on purpose. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss and a ball neck high. Helped him out there. Count levels at 2-2 to Evan Ginter. And the offering. Swing and a miss and a fastball that tied him up, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Arnoldo Matos Garcia. We play 2.5 in Brush. The Beat Diggers 15, the Estes Park Bobcats nothing. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. All right, let's take a break. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. All right, it'll be Isaac Calden pitching now and Jake Lau catching for Estes Park. The Beat Diggers lead 50-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. This, of course, is 1010 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Greeley, and KSIR.com. The opener for the Brush Beat Diggers in his 2016 baseball season. They scored 12 runs in the first and 3 in the second, just 6 outs away from wrapping this up, unless Estes Park mounts a huge rally. Trent Mount had a 2-run single as part of that 12-run first inning, hitting from the right side as the junior 3rd baseman. Good-looking ball player for Brush. Wind and pitch by the right-hander Calden. Fastball is outside. Calden could bring it. Now let's see if he can bring it over the plate. Mount stares in at the pitcher. And the 1-0. Swung on and grounded over the mound. That's off the pitcher's glove towards the shortstop Johnson. An infield hit. No play to be made. And the Beat Diggers once again had the leadoff man on. That is going to be their 7th hit of the game.
Now batting for the Beat Diggers.
And Mount
21,
is now 2 for 2.
Noah Reed.
That'll bring up Noah Reed. And that pitch goes to the screen. Wild pitch will send Mount to second. Reed with a sac fly and a pop out. 0 for 1 in the game is the 8th place hitter in the lineup. Isaac Calden gets a sign from Lauk. The pitch. Fastball is over but low. 2 balls and no strikes. Yeah, this Patriot League, I don't know if it's wide open. We'll see how good Eaton is. The pitch. Swag and a miss and a fastball at the knees. It's 2-1. Because Eaton is the defending state champions, a new head coach, though. Jim Danley, no longer the head coach after 44 seasons. 2-1. Swung on, foul off the end of the bat towards the first base dugout. This wind is getting just stronger and stronger. At least our equipment is just trying to stay intact here. In terms of positioning, the stretch, 2-2. Swung on and driven down the right field line. That is drifting foul, and it stays fair just inside the line into foul territory. Reed to second. Runner will score as Bounce crosses home plate. It's an RBI double for Noah Reed, and the Beat Diggers have scored again. They lead in the third, 16-0.
Batting for the Beat Diggers, number 2, Justin Griffith.
Justin Griffith is now the hitter. Swung on and foul to the screen. Oh, check that. Or did that bounce? Okay. I thought I heard it hit bad. I didn't even look up. It says ball on the board, so that we'll obviously treat it like that. 1-0. The pitch swung on and driven foul off to the left. That one definitely made contact. Count moves to 1-1 strike. The stretch and the offering up and away. Two and one to Griffith. The pitch swung on and fisted to the third baseman, and for some reason went to step on the bag, that throws high to first and safe. Well, that'll be just a fielder's choice. Had a routine play, but Johnson made an error in judgment over there. Almost thinking it was a force out, then realizing it wasn't a force. So no base hit, just a fielder's choice for Griffith as the runner reaches.
Now batting for the Beat Diggers, number 3, Matt Coe.
And again, this is part of the issue that this team has had from Estes Park. Here's Matt Coe. The pitch upstairs. Yeah, if there's a routine play, and that's the way it works in baseball, there's a routine play and it's not made, not necessarily an error. That could just go as a fielder's choice. The pitch down and in. Oh, he skipped all the way out of that one into the screen. Runner advances to second. Runner held up at third. 2-0 to Matt Coe. So the wild pitch, Griffith to second. The stretch and the offering. Swing and a miss, and that ball is off the catcher's glove. However, no advance. Two balls and one strike. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. And the fourth pitcher of the game, Isaac Calden from the stretch and the offering. Swung on, grounded foul up the first base side. Count at 2-2, looking for some defensive help. There have been 4 errors here by Estes Park. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on, driven foul down the left side. A lot of people getting sick at this time of year. I'm not one of them yet. Runners take their lead in scoring position. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. One across. The pitch down and in, skips to the screen, but again, Noah Reed will hold up very smartly at third base. It's 3-2. Yeah, you just want the Beat Diggers when they get out here to produce quality outs. 3-2. Cole waits. The pitch. And did that ball hit him or did it go off the glove? Nope. I think that ball hit him. Yep, hit him on a 3-2. Oh, I didn't see a dead ball signal, so I'm just going to say it's a walk.
Stepping to the plate for the beat diggers,
Then it,
number 10.
Yeah, there would be a dead ball signal, but I didn't see it. So here's Jaron Peterson, 2 singles and an error. Bases remain loaded, or now are loaded. And the pitch over but low. And say the catcher Lauk having plenty of issues here catching the ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Peterson awaits the pitch. And here it is. Fastball's up and in. Two balls and no strikes. And the offering. Fastball down the middle for a strike at the knees. Ball 2, strike 1. To Jaron Peterson. Officially 2 for 3. Bases remain loaded. Calden out of the wind of the pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the right. 2-2 to Jaron Peterson, the junior. The Bay Diggers have scored multiple runs in every inning, including 12 in the first. Can Calden retire Peterson the pitch? He bounces it into the screen. Runners stay, though. It's 3-2. I don't know if there's a run rule after 3. I thought it was maybe 25 runs or something. I'm not sure. Never examined that. Not that the Beat Diggers are going to get it, but and that fastball is low, and Peterson walks. A bases loaded walk to Jaron Peterson. Run scores. Crossing home plate is Reed. Rush leads 17-0. And here's Baby. 1 for 1. 2-run single. Sac fly and a walk. The pitch. Fastball, a strike on the outside corner. Nice heater there by Calden. 1 ball and no strikes. Check that, no balls and 1 strike, John. The pitch. Ball nearly hit him, backed him off the plate. Now it's 1-1. To Arnoldo Matos Garcia. Baby's driven in 2, the offering. Upstairs, make it 3 with that sac fly. So he's looking for maybe a 4 or 5 or 6 RBI day. He's getting the opportunity here. 2-1 to Baby. The pitch. Up and in. 3-1. Let's see, Baby swinging on the 3-1 pitch. He does, and grounds it up the middle. The shortstop Johnson has it play off his glove. That'll be an infield hit. Well to his left. Another run scores as Coe crosses home plate. Rush leads 18-0.
Beat Diggers, number 11, B.J. Hirschfeld.
4 RBIs now. And Brush leads 18-0. And now let's see if we're going to have another pitching change. Yep, we're going to have another pitching change. A 2-minute break. Back in 2 minutes on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Tanner Stark is now the new pitcher. And B.J. Hirschfeld will step in for Brush. Geez, you got to get this game over with. This is unbearable now. The pitch. Fastball is inside. And I don't know why you couldn't call this game prematurely. It's 18-0. We're only in the 3rd inning. The bases are loaded for Brush. 1-0. In the dirt. I'll say it again, there's nothing better than good baseball and nothing worse than bad, and this one is rough to say the least. bad baseball doesn't have to be created by both sides. 2-0 pitch. Bounces in again, 3-0. To B.J. Hirschfeld, he's walked twice, been hit by a pitch. He's about to be issued another bases loaded walk. 3-0, and that's a strike to Hirschfeld. Yeah, I don't know there's a run rule after 3. I'd have to ask the home plate umpire, Cody Roth. 3-1 pitch. That one nearly hit him. And it's 19-0. Yeah, I would love to know now. I would love to know. I mean, if you're required to go 4.5 innings in this game.
New plate for the Beat Diggers, number 4, Aaron Williams.
That's almost a travesty. You got to go just to the 4th inning with this type of lead. Here's Aaron Williams. Walked twice and grounded out. Upstairs with a fastball. It's 1-0. Well, we'll have Beat Digger baseball coming up a week from today against the Valley Vikings on the road at 4 o'clock. That might be the first true test. Valley, a state tournament team from a year ago. That bounces in, 2-0. I think everything I'm going to have for dinner tonight is going to have the word ball in it. Meatball, cheese ball, anything, because that's all I'm saying right now. 2-0. Pitch from Stark. Way outside to the screen, no advance. It's 3-0. And again, I don't know if there's a 25-run rule after 3. I don't know. Probably something I should have known at this point. But Stark is really struggling to throw any strikes. And that one is down and away. Another run scores. It'll be 20-0. Yeah, I find it hard to believe that we have to go. This is not even baseball anymore. Not even baseball. We'll have another visit to the Hill.
Number 13, Ryan Fergus.
And now there's another visit. We've already had 5 pitchers. We're about to go to 6. And remember, there's pitch limits here. With a 20-0 lead, nobody out. Let's take a 1-minute break. Back in 1 minute on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. All right, I was just told they still have to go 4.5 here. And it is 20-0 Brush. Alec Perney, now the new pitcher for Estes Park. Keep in mind, we're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The base is loaded. And there is nobody out. We'll just be updating end of the inning now on Twitter and Facebook as opposed to each and every run scoring because everything is an RBI walk. And stepping in now will be Ryan Fergus. 1 for 3, an error, single, and a strikeout. At some point, I guess the only way you can end this prematurely is if the coaches decide to do so. Winding the pitch, up and away, or up and in, I should say. I can't even call it the same way I see it anymore because this has gotten to be disastrous. 1 ball and no strikes. I just feel bad for Estes at this point. They don't have the pitching for today, and this is upstairs, 2-0. 6th pitcher they've used, and nobody's been really effective. Lauk, the catcher, was the most effective. 2 balls and no strikes to Fergus. Winding the pitch, swung on it, popped foul and out of play. It is 2-1. Yeah, this might be the worst I've seen any pitching staff struggle in 20 years of covering baseball in 2 different states. 2-1 to Fergus, and that's upstairs, 3-1. Yeah, if this gets to 25, I would love to see the coaches get together and just call this thing. Nobody's benefiting from this. And the 3-1 pitch, and it's 21-0. That's high. Fergus walks. And another runner will cross home plate. And it's not even baseball anymore. I don't know what this is. Here's Trent Mount. Mount is 2 for 2, including a 2-run single. The junior awaits the pitch. Upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Bases remain loaded here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1-0, and that is a strike. A changeup belt high. I think we're going to extend the strike zone a little bit. You got to do so at this point. Still nobody out. 6 runs across. And the 1-1 offering up and in. 2-1 to Mount. And Mount awaits the offering. That's up and in as well. You can extend the strike zone, but not to ridiculous proportions. 3-1. Purdy thought he might have had strike 2. But it did miss by not a lot, but enough. 3-1 to Mount. He'll be swinging on anything close. And the pitch, and that was not even close, extremely high. Another bases loaded walk, and the Bee Diggers lead 22-0. And here's Noah Reed in a sac fly, pop out, and a double.
Now batting number 21, Noah Reed.
Wow. And in this weather, to continue playing this, Wine in the pitch, swung on and fisted on the ground to first, should be in play, but it's off the first base's glove. Now he retrieves it and steps on the bag. Williams scores. That's the first out of the inning. 23-0 Brush. Play was made by Bert Castile.
Now batting number 2, Justin Griffith.
Thank goodness for the out. Here's Justin Griffith, who's 1 for 3 in the game. The pitch and the changeup is a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Runners off of 2nd and 3rd. And the offering high with another changeup. Count levels at 1-1. 12 in the first, 3 in the second, 8 in the third. And the pitch, not even close, way outside, 2-1. Nice job of Lau just flagging that down. 2 balls and 1 strike to Justin Griffith. And the pitch, extremely high, 3-1. Yeah, if we could go 3.5, that wouldn't be too bad. Just let Estes Park bat one more time. Why do the Bee Diggers need more plate appearances against pitching that's not up to par? 3-1 pitch, swung on and popped foul and out of play. 3-2 to Justin Griffith. Well, we have a full count. How about that? At third is Fergus, mounted second. And the 3-2 pitch, and that's way outside, another walk. I've stopped counting. It's at least 11 walks in this game, at least. I'm too scared to count. Aaron Garcilaso
stepping to the plate for your Beat Diggers.
Will be
number
the
33, Aaron Garcilaso.
Pinch hitter here. With the Bee Diggers up 23-0 in the bottom of the third inning. And a game that I figured take about an hour and 40 minutes to play, but I'll tell you, it's going to be closer to the 2-hour mark considering Estes Park cannot get any outs. Garcilaso hitting from the right side, awaits the pitch from Perney, and that one behind him. 1 ball, no strikes. Garcilaso, a junior. Big, strong kid for Brush. And the offering. Swing and a foul at the plate. And the count levels at 1-1. Ball and 1 strike. And the pitch. Up, a strike. Yep, he's giving them the high strike now. Yeah, in a game like this, you give the high strike. That's the way to do it. 1-2 with the bases loaded. Yeah, that would have been a ball probably about 20 minutes ago. The offering. Outside on the breaking ball, it's 2-2. To Aaron Garcilaso. The wine and the 2-2 pitch. Upstairs. Yeah, if the catcher has to catch it standing up, then you can't extend it that high. 3-2 to Garcilaso. With the Beat Diggers up 23-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And the pitch. That is high as well. Again, he had to catch it standing up. Another bases loaded walk. Fergus scores 24-0. And here is Jaron Peterson.
Number 10, Jaron Peterson.
2 for 3, couple of singles, an RBI, reached in an air and a walk. And the pitch, extremely high, 1-0. The Beat Diggers are going to score 10 runs or more in 2 of the first 3 innings. 1 ball and no strikes. Wind and pitch. 2-0, it's very high. Yeah, I spoke to the home plate umpire, Cody Ross, said they got to go 4.5. Unless the coaches decide to end this prematurely. 2-0 pitch. Swinging a foul on the changeup off the end of the bat to the right side. It is 2-1. Yeah, Brush has not been on the field in half an hour. That was virtually the same thing after the top of the 1st inning, or after the bottom of the 1st, I should say. The bottom of the 1st inning took forever. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch up and away. Yeah, again, you can stretch out the strike zone, but these are not even close. Three and 1 to Peterson. Swung on and fouled off to the right, but throwing 2 strikes in a row has been a challenge for the Bobcat pitchers. And they're giving it all they can. Just when you're not ready, you're not ready. This is only mid-March. Very early for a baseball season in Colorado. 3 balls and 2 strikes with the bases loaded, 1 down in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and the Beat Diggers lead Estes Park 24-0. 3-2. Swung on and popped up. Should be the infield fly, and it is called. That's an automatic out, and the ball is not caught at first base, but the infield fly was called. A run will score from 3rd, making it 25-0. Runners advance to 2nd and 3rd. Peterson just standing there, but yeah, he's out. So that's the right call. Is the infield fly, even if the ball's not caught. It scored an error, though, on the first baseman. And here we go with Baby Matos Garcia. Has yet to be retired. 2 for 2. Change up a strike. No balls and 1 strike. 10 runs across for Brush in this inning. And the pitch upstairs. Count is at 1-1. Oh, if he gets another base hit, his baby's driven in 4 in this game. Then the Beat Diggers would match their first inning run total. 1-1 pitch. Swung on. That ball is driven right to the third baseman on a bounce. The throw to first is going to be offline. And 2 runs are going to score here. The errant throw by Tucker Johnson. No RBIs for Baby. It's now 27-0. Coe and Garcilaso cross home plate, but that was a very makeable play.
Stepping to the plate for the Beat Diggers, number 11, B.J. Hirsch.
And it was not made. Estes Park's committed 6 errors now in the game. Beat Diggers have scored 12 runs once again in an inning. The pitch down and away to Hirschfeld. I don't know, BJ's made contact with the ball today. Nope, 5th plate appearance, 3 walks and a hit batsman. He's been bored. He did hit a foul ball. The pitch swung on. That ball's grounded to short. Ed Eves has got it, and then he drops the ball for apparently trying to rush it. Another error on the Bobcats. That extends the inning. Now, honestly, I wanted to make that play, not to go. It's going to go against BJ's average anyway.
New plate for the Beat Diggers, number 4, Aaron Williams.
Error number 7, and here's Aaron Williams, who's 0 for 1. And again, we do have to go 4.5 innings according to the rules. And the pitch. Taken for a strike on the changeup, just above belt level. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch outside with a breaking ball. The count levels at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to Williams. First and second with 2 down. And the offering swung on and lifted foul. Not a play off to the right. Ball 1, strike 2 on Williams. Oof. Wow. I was ready for baseball season, just not ready for this. Who would be? 1-2 to Williams. Extremely high. Count is at 2-2. To the senior Williams, and the pitch. Swung on, that's grounded off the end of the bat. That's going to be trouble. First baseman over the flip to first, and that's going to be safe. Well, that looked like a close play. Williams could have been out, but the second baseman went to cover, and Stark. It'll be an infield hit for Williams, and the inning continues for Brush. And that means the bases are loaded again.
Number 28, Guerreros Holgren.
Guerreros Holgren will now bat for Brush. Well, the Beat Diggers up 27-0. And again, only in the third inning. We do have to get through the fourth and through the top of the fifth, and the game will be over. Not your typical baseball game at any level. The pitch swung on and fisted foul behind the screen. It's 0-1. And this weather certainly doesn't help. No balls and 1 strike to Holguin. Here's the wine and offering. Swung on and grounded it down the first base side. That's going to stay fair. And then the ball is thrown to first and late. Mishandled there by the pitcher, Perney. He had an easy play, and it's another error, no RBI. And the Beat Diggers now lead 28-0 as Baby scores. Yeah, that was a very, very, even though the ball wasn't hit hard, a very makeable play.
In the box for the
And here's Trent Mount. 2 singles
Mount.
and 2 walks for Mount. One of those singles drove in 2 runs. 13 runs across in the frame. The pitch swung on and grounded a short. Tucker Johnson to his left. He flips to second, and it's off the second baseman's glove into shallow right field. And that'll be another error. This one, that's not even on Swanland. That's in another one who just checked in. No RBI. And it's 29-0. And Estes Park now has committed 9 errors in the game.
For the Beat Diggers, number 5, Colin.
And 5 in the inning. Colin Cole will now hit. I'd love to see the coaches get together and just end this thing, or at least just play 3.5 instead of 4.5. Wine and pitch. There's a strike with a changeup. It's 0-1. I mean, the Bobcats they're just not ready. They are not ready to play baseball here. Don't have the pitching, don't have the fielding. The 0-1 upstairs. I mean, there's no problem if you can't hit. Hitting comes and goes, but when you struggle this badly with the other 2 facets of the game, you shouldn't play a whole game, not even half a game. Swung on and fouled at the plate. One ball and 2 strikes. To Colin Cole. Looking in for the sign is Perney. And the pitch. Up and away. Count moves to 2-2. Yeah, Cole right now is the 19th hitter of the inning. The pitch called strike 3. A breaking ball on the outside corner. And the inning, believe it or not, is finally over. The Beat Diggers in the frame score 14 runs on only 4 hits, 5 errors, and the bases were left loaded. Let's head to the 4th. Brush 29, Estes Park nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Baby Maltos Garcia begins his 2nd inning of work. The Beat Diggers here in the 4th lead 29-0 over Estes Park. 12 runs in the first, 3 in the second, 14 in the third. Estes Park has not had a base hit. They've had a base runner. Six more outs for Brush. The question is, will 6 outs take place in about 15 minutes or in about an hour? As I'm telling you, this is a long hour and 40 minutes. As Bert Castillo will step in. His first at bat was that long ago to begin the game when he struck out. Wine and pitch by Baby. Squaring to bunt, fouls it off the third base side. It's 0-1. Post-game show will be very quick. Just to get out of these elements, which are obviously not improving as it gets later in the day, even though the sun is still out in full force. But it's hardly baseball weather. No balls and 1 strike to Castillo. Estes Park has committed 9 errors in the game. Fastball to the screen. 1-1. They have a 10-run rule after 3, or after 4.5. They should have a 20 to 25-run rule after 3. Because to still be playing, it's pretty absurd. 1-1 pitch. Fastball a strike. 1-2 to Castillo. Ryan Fergus is the pitcher of record. He was a starter, went 2 innings and struck out 4. Did not allow a hit, walked a batter. And the pitch. Fastball is high. 2-2. Let's see if Baby doesn't waste any time and just puts him away. And the offering. Up and away. 3-2 to Castile. Baby gets the sign. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled to the screen. Nice job of Castile just hanging in. As it remains at 3-2. Matos Garcia kicks and fires. Swing and a miss at a fastball that would have been ball 4. Up above the letters, and there's one down. Castile went chasing. Beat Diggers will take that one. Here's Daniel Pierce. He struck out his first time against Fergus. 5 outs away. I feel like this is like a playoff game just so we get it over with and advance to the next day. Squaring to bunt, takes a strike on the outside corner at the knees with a fastball. It's 0-1. If Baby can pitch like this all year, then there'll be exciting times for Brush. Here's the wind and the 0-1. Swung on and fouled straight back, especially in this weather. Not easy to pitch in under these conditions. 0-2 to Daniel Pierce. Garcilaso lays down the side. He's a big target back there. The pitch. That is right down the middle. Struck him out. Called strike 3, and Pierce is out of there. 2 down. And that brings up Jake Lauk, who grounded to short. And his first at bat. Wide and offering. Bounces into Garcilaso. 1 ball and no strikes. Bay Diggers looking sharp all the way around, but didn't have to work hard for many of those runs. The Bobcat pitching helped them out a lot, so did the defense, or lack thereof. Swung on and grounded towards short. Fergus has got it on the second hop. Sets, throws to first, and in time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning once again for Arnoldo, Baby, Matos, Garcia. Let's head to the bottom of the 4th. 29, Estes Park, nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Yeah, Jaron Peterson just made that last play in short as the Beat Diggers lead 29-0. And it'll be Alec Perney back on the mound for Estes Park. Let's see if the Beat. I think if Brush just get pitches to hit here, I mean that's the whole thing. But to be standing up there and doing nothing, and it's not their fault. And let's look at the line score here. This is going to be a very odd line score for the Beat Diggers. This tells the whole story right here. The Beat Diggers have 29 runs on 10 hits. They've left 6 on base. Estes Park, no runs, no hits, 9 errors, and of course have not left anybody on base. The pitch. Changeup is a strike. It's an expanded zone now with Justin Griffith now hitting. Griffith in the game is 1 for 3. The offering. Up and away. Single error, fielder's choice, and a walk for the sophomore Griffith. Here's the wind and the 1-1. Swung on and lifted into the left center field gap to his left, ranging under it and making the catch for the opening out of the inning. The first time a Beat Digger has retired to start an inning. That looks like that was Daniel Pierce out there for Estes. There's one down.
The box for your Beat Diggers, number 33.
As Griffith is retired. Aaron Garcilaso will step in. Garcilaso walked in his first plate appearance, is only one. The pitch. And that ball hit him on a slow breaking ball. And that'll bring up, let's see if that's, Peterson is slated to hit. And not sure what the discussion is about. Let's get this game moving along. Coach Fergus is out there. Now, here comes Peterson. We don't need to be here for another 2 minutes, but it's going to be a little bit more than that. 1 out, 1 on in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bay Diggers up 29-0. The look back and the pitch. And the changeup is a beauty for a strike. On the outer half belt high, it's 0-1. To JP. Garcilaso with the lead at first. Step off. I mean, I don't think Aaron would be going anywhere. They're not holding him. You can take as big a lead as you want, but in a 29-0 game, there should be no running. Like the unwritten rule. 0-1 pitch. Breaking balls outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. To Jaron Peterson. Garcilaso with a huge lead over there at first in the offering. And that's going to be a strike. Again, they're calling a high strike. And batters have to be aware of that when a game is this much out of hand. The umpire will move it along as long as it doesn't miss by a ton. It's the right way to call the game. 1-2. Peterson awaits the pitch. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball down and away. He strikes out. And there's 2 down.
Stepping to the plate for the Beach
And that's the other thing. You know, when you get to this late in the game, in a game that's out of hand, it's hard to stay that focused. And here's Baby. Baby's had a huge day. He's had RBI opportunities every time the pitch up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Noldo Matos Garcia. The stretch by the right-hander Alec Perney. 1-0. Swung on it, popped up, drifting well into foul territory. First baseman going over, hits the bottom of the screen. I thought there was going to be a play, almost a play over there by Bert Castile. But not the case. Count is at 1-1 to Baby. The stretch and the pitch. Upstairs, 2-1. Baby did an excellent job on the mound. I don't know if he'll take it for the 5th inning. We'll find out. 2-1. Inside with a changeup. 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike to the senior leader here for Brush. Garcilaso leads off of first. 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. And the pitch swung on. That has popped up towards the second baseman. That ball is drifting, and the ball is right over the glove of Swanlin. And to third now is Garcilaso. That was misplayed. That will be scored an error. Ball that should have been caught. 10th error of the game. Baby kind of hit it off the end of the bat. And the inning continues. I know the wind is drifting, but that play's got to be made out there. Certainly can't score that a hit.
Number 11, B.J. Hirschfeld.
B.J. Hirschfeld's 0 for 1. 3 walks, a hit by pitch, and reached on an error. And the pitch swung on and grounded up the middle. The shortstop, Johnson, has... Nope, it went underneath his glove into center field. And crossing home plate is Garcilaso, and the Beat Diggers lead 30-0. That'll be
Stepping to the plate for the
scored an
Beatniggers,
error as well on the shortstop.
Aaron Williams.
There's Aaron Williams, and pitches a ball. And just about running out of battery here on the phone, too. Not on the broadcast, but on our... what we supplement the broadcast with. Swung on and driven deep into left field. That one's going to sail over the head of the left fielder, Pierce. One run is in. B.J. Hirschfeld is around third, and he's going to score a two-run double by Aaron Williams. And the Beatniggers now lead 32-0. Yeah, this is just insane already. Crazy, crazy.
Now batting for the Beatniggers, number 33, number 28, Guerreros Holgren.
And here's Guerreros Holguin, or Guerreros Holguin. The stretch and the offering. Up and away, 1 ball and no strikes. You wonder how crazy it is for Estes Park to extend the game to the bottom of the 5th inning. They would have to score 23 runs. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. One behind him, 2-0. 2-0 to Guerreros. Love that first name. Bernie looks in, and the pitch. That is going to be up and in, 3-0. Three balls and no strikes. And Holguin awaits the pitch. Swung on and fouled off the end of the bat to the screen. It's 3-1. You are listening to 1010 KSIR, Brushfort, Morgan, Akron, and KSIR.com. I'm John Beltran in the bottom of the 4th inning of the season opener for the Beatniggers. And the pitch. That is a strike on the outside corner of the breaking ball. And they lead Estes Park 32-0. 12 runs in the first inning, 3 more in the second, 14 in the third, 3 here in the 4th. And the pitch swung on and popped foul and out of play. Remains at 3-2 to Guerreros Holguin, or Guerreros Holguin. At second is Williams. He just drilled a 2-run double. 3-2 pitch. Nope, it's upstairs. Another walk. Inning continues. For Trent Mount.
Batting for the Beatniggers, number 7.
The stretch and the offering. That's a strike with a changeup at 0-1. I don't remember the last time I did a 2-hour game. That was just 4 innings old. Maybe never. And the pitch. That's a little bit high. Count is at 1-1. Good job by the umpire, Cody Roth, expanding the strike zone. You just can't expand it too much. And the pitch. Swung on, popped up, drifting into foul territory. First baseman going over, and he cannot get to it. Again, looked like a makeable play over there. But the play not made by Crestillo. One ball, 2 strikes on Trent Mount. Runners take their leads. And the pitch up and in. 2-2. Let's just hope Estes Park gets better throughout the course of the season. Man, because this will be beyond a long year for the Bobcats. 2-2 pitch. And that ball hit him. Are they going to keep him at the plate? Yep, they're going to keep him at the plate. saying he didn't motion to get out of the way, so it's still 2-2 to Mount. He did not make an effort to get out of the way. So the at-bat will continue for Trent Mount. Two balls and two strikes. Yeah, Trent did not move. I think that's a good call. He didn't lean into the pitch, but didn't make an effort to get away from the pitch either. And in a 32-0 game, we got to get this game moving. The pitch swung on and grounded to short. That's going to be a tough play in the hole, and it's off the glove of the shortstop. And a run is going to score. Now the throw to third and a hop, and that's going to be wide. Aaron Williams crosses home plate. It'll be an infield hit, making it 33-0.
Stepping to the plate for your Meat Diggers, number 5, Colin Cole.
All right, here's Colin Cole. Struck out his only time up. 4 across for Brush. The stretch and the offering. Swung on, grounded off the pitcher's glove to second. Throw to first by Swanland is right there. And that's it. In the 4th inning, the B-Diggers score 4 runs. Let's head to the top of the 5th inning. This will do it after we get 3 more outs. Brush 33, Estes Park nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.